Hello guys, and welcome back to Joe's Ventures. And today we're doing another look through. As I mentioned, I will do the look through to the update 6, which is coming with the Feathered Dinosaur Pack, which I'm quite excited for as well, on the 30th of March, so right at the end of the month. Really excited to get stuck into this one. So we're going to have a look at Update 6, all the free stuff that's coming. I've already kind of mentioned it before, but this one is going more into detail. So, hello park managers. Welcome to our Update 6 highlight, where we'll be exploring what's going to be included in the upcoming free update for Jurassic World Evolution 2. This update will be free for everyone who owns the game and will be available on March 30th, alongside the launch of the Feathered Species Pack, as you can find out more about here. We've already taken a look at that. Now let's take a closer look at the free update. So, an exciting new addition that we have for Update 6 is remote viewing galleries. So, including brand new ways to decorate your park. We're adding 2 building attractions, which is the log viewing gallery and the dome viewing gallery. So these new building pieces can be placed anywhere in the enclosure to allow your guests to get up close and personal with their favorite prehistoric species, of course, with the safety of the gallery, within the safety of the gallery. And so we've got 2 versions here. So we're going to be talking about first. This is very much based off, like, you think of JPOG, they had that viewing gallery, and also the one in Jurassic World, like the log one, that's basically 1-for-1. So an exciting new addition, as you can see. Yep, disguising itself amongst the natural enclosure, the log viewing gallery, as the name suggests, it can be placed anywhere within an enclosure, but you will need to ensure they are connected to an entrance building to have that underground connection. Again, very similar to JPOG. Once they are connected, your guests will be able to journey into these viewing galleries to experience up-close dinosaur interactions. So yeah, pretty cool. You could probably just put that next to a feeder, and then the dinosaurs come up and have a look. So really awesome. I'm definitely a big fan of how this one comes out. Literally looks like ripped from the movie. So it looks really cool, like that redwood design. And you can put it in any enclosure. So this is going to work well for, like, forests, I think. Might not work so well for biomes. Like, I imagine, like, having something for, because we have taiga, tundra, and then, like, or taiga, boreal forests and things like that. Which is like a tropical one. Yeah, it could fit tropical. Just don't need a desert one. But we've already got another option as well. So now we have the dome viewing gallery. So we have, much like the log viewing gallery, this will need an underground connection to an entrance building. That will work as well. But this particular gallery is perfect for aviaries, as you can see there. You can watch your flying reptiles soar through the sky, and if you're lucky, they may even perch alongside your gallery for a unique encounter. So that's really cool. I wonder if they'll do that for the log as well. And we are assured that these glass domes will give your guests an entirely new perspective. So that's really cool. We got the log one and this one that'll work well for aviaries as well. I'm sure you put both and you'll see really cool. And as we mentioned, see the pterosaurs will perch on them, so it's another cool interaction. But yeah, you can find both of these viewing galleries in the attractions menu. We're looking forward to seeing all the ways you decide to use your new attractions, your enclosures, and aviaries. So both really cool. 2 things I want to say. We need something like this, I think, for lagoons. Like, if you play Jurassic Park the game, like a dome like that would be so awesome to have, just to let people sit and watch the animals instead of having to go through the platforms that you have to change. But yeah, other than that, pretty cool. And yeah, I think this is generally pretty cool. Maybe like a rock one would be cool, so you can have something that fits for the desert. But I think they're all pretty cool as it is. Really awesome. Next up, we also have the cinematic camera mode. So for those who have a keen eye for photography, like me, we have a new cinematic camera mode. So we can't wait to see what you do with this new feature. This cinematic camera would allow you to transition between camera angles and viewpoints across your park to instantly snap the perfect views and exciting interactions between your prehistoric species. So imagine this works pretty much similar to they do it in Planet Zoo. This mode will be access to camera mode or capture mode, and you'll be able to add existing overlays on postcards, stamps, logos, letterboxes, filters, and guidelines to enhance your photo for a truly personal touch. That'll actually be really helpful for thumbnails for my videos, so I'm happy about that. And make sure that you share your screenshots with us once you get a chance to try it out. Though, I'm very, very sad to report that it looks like we're not going to have a slow down feature, which we desperately need. It's the only thing that Jurassic World Evolution 1 has over 2 at the moment, so I really think we need that. But it may be included, it's just not been mentioned, but that's something I desperately do want. And that'll be very helpful for thumbnails, which is really cool. Next up, we have Zipline Variants. So we got, if you remember back for the 1 year anniversary, we got the Zipline as a free thing. And as we mentioned, there's new variants coming with that as well. So now you can choose between the Department of Fish and Wildlife Zipline. So that one looks quite cool. Or a Jurassic Park Zipline, if you want to decorate your park. I think actually the park one actually fits a lot better with things like Camp Cretaceous, but we've got Jurassic World 1, DFW, and Jurassic Park 1, which is really cool. And though they all are new styles now, they will be era limited, so you'll only be able to mix eras in PC, PlayStation, and Xbox Series. On PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, you'll have to choose between them, but which option will you use to entertain your guests? I personally love the Jurassic Park style way more, so I'll definitely be using that. Yeah, another cool addition. Next up, we got Sandbox Mode. So Sandbox Mode is also getting a plethora of additions in Update 6. Let's take a look at what we've added. So we've got 6 new square levels that will be available to you in Sandbox that are all based on the 6 different biome types in the game, with Southwestern USA, San Diego, and California levels all being getting 3 expanded square levels. So we're getting quite a few new levels based on biomes and things, so that's really cool. If you guys want to make your own parks and not be worried about the weird shapes, you can do that as well. So really, really cool. And some more settings in Sandbox will also be introduced, so such as the unlimited feeders reserves, income tax, wild capture frequency, and decoration foliage. So if you choose to turn on the unlimited feeder reserve setting, so feeders will no longer need to be refilled by ranger teams, which will free up management time. So that pretty much is something that should have been in the game already, but it's been added now. So you don't need to go and get staff to pretty much, or you don't need to go refill your feeders. And income tax and wildlife capture settings can be both toggled in 4 levels, so none, low, medium, and high. So basically, you have full control on how much income your park generates, and also how often wild capture events happen. So for the wild capture frequency to be adjustable, you need to make sure the expeditions and fossils also turned on. So basically, that allows you to control how much tax you're allowed, or how much tax like if you want to have really high tax, maybe to simulate in a city, because usually cities have much higher taxes than out in like the suburbs of country. So you can do something like that. I imagine most people would put it on none, because no one likes taxes. But that's cool. But also wildlife capture frequency, I think that's pretty cool, because I like the randomized, like, a version of it, because you can pretty much have that, and then you are able to decide. You pretty much just get animals at random. So you'd be like, okay, I want to get this one. Okay, let me have that one then. I think that's pretty cool, and I think it's pretty awesome, because you can just react, and like most zoos don't actually go out planning what animals. Very rarely they do that. They just take what animals they think they like and whatever they can get. Really, that's how most zoos work. And this makes it a little bit more realistic in that regard, which I always like. But lastly, we've got the decoration foliage setting, which allows you to use foliage for all biomes, or the level specific biome as your choice, but this will only be available on new gen consoles, which I imagine also includes PC. So you'll be able to mix. It'd be the same as like mixing different themes. It'd be mixing different plants. So I think that's going to be the same case with, because they just didn't say PC, but new generation. So I imagine that'll be PC as well. We also hope that these new settings will be a rewarding addition to your managing parks in Sandbox Mode. So all pretty good choices. A little bit of ease and stuff. New levels that actually allow us to like really be a little bit more creative instead of worrying about some of those weird barriers. But yeah, the income tax, obviously people can change that, and the wild capture frequency allows you to pretty much, you could make a park pretty much from dinosaurs you've rescued, so you can make like a sanctuary park, which would be really cool. And the feeders not needing to be fill up is always cool. And the decorations with the foliage, that means you can put whatever foliage you like. You can have a palm tree in the middle of a a snowy habitat. So I think that's quite cool. I'm definitely a big fan of that. So allows just more creative freedom. And we've got also some more quality of life changes. So these are some very interesting quality of life changes. So there's no need to wait for toilets, amenities, and shelters to be built over time, as they'll now be built instantly. So that's cool. We've also allowed the ability to place multiple of the same building without needing to enter the build menu each time. So with a quick shortcut, if you just go Control left mouse on the keyboard or R3 on the controller, that means you can build multiple of the same building at the same time. That's actually a really good quality of life change, because sometimes if you need to build multiple things, it's a bit of a drama, but I like that. And another thing, small dinosaurs are obviously getting more behaviors as well. So smaller dinosaurs will now be able to raise their heads while walking through water, and they'll even navigate through areas where they have been blocked before, so just improving the nav mesh. So little animals can probably crawl through things, so things like Compsognathus, also Sinosauropteryx, Oviraptor, Lystrosaurus, all the little guys, they'll be able to do a little bit more, which is really cool. Another thing as well, I know this is a bit half-assed compared to what a lot of people want for sauropods, but we've got combat updates for sauropods. So combat for sauropods has been adjusted to improve the quality of their fights. So they will now take damages in chunks rather than continuously, and begin bleeding out once they've reached 15% health. So feedback on where the bleed out state is affecting the dinosaur has been added, so be able to manage your injured dinosaurs more effectively. So this pretty much means they don't become like a sponge. They're a lot more better at taking damage, so they won't just like get attacked and then just bleed out until they die. Now they're a little bit stronger, so they don't just fall out all the time. Though, what everyone really wants is them to be able to fight back. We want to see them rearing up and slapping with their tails and crushing. We want them to fight back. We want to have an animation where Brachiosaurus raises up on its back legs and stomps on a T-Rex's head. That's what we want. We want an animation where a Diplodocus can whip its tail and just slap the crap out of a Allosaurus or something. That's what we want. And even the smaller dinosaurs, I think the smaller dinosaurs could actually be very interesting in terms of combat with the Nigersaurus and the Margosaurus. They'll be able to, because they can get hunted, but they can fight back as well. I think the sauropods desperately need their own fighting animations. So, because in the first game, in Jurassic World Evolution 1, they were basically unkillable except for the Indominus. Now pretty much every big carnivore can kill them. So what's the point? It just makes them look like sponges, and they're like gentle giants. We want them to fight back. We want to see some cool animations for sauropods defending themselves, because they're giant animals. They can't be hunted by velociraptors. That's like 1/60th their size. It's ridiculous. So we want to have them fighting back. We want that, and that's one of the big things I'm going to keep pushing, because we need to dispel this gentle giant thing. Sometimes herbivores can be dicks. Like if you look at hippos, if you look at elephants, especially elephants and musks, buffalo, they can be dicks. And that should be exemplified in their sauropods, and they should be able to defend themselves. So, little rant over. We're going to keep going. To further facilitate these changes, hunting behaviors for carnivores have also seen some changes. They'll also now attack least frequently, that's good, and may even fail a hunt depending on the individual's combat status, and the defense level of a sauropod. So sometimes they will even not attempt it, or even fail just because they can't get up to the sauropods. So that's another good change as well. So it makes sauropods a lot more defendable and not quite so much pushovers. But as well, we can see we've also adjusted the UI cohabitation feedback for Therizinosaurus, Indominus Rex, Velociraptor, and Indoraptor to more clearly reflect the likes and dislikes with these guys, and that should be a welcome change for the better care of these dinosaurs. So just some changes to UI to make it more obvious who they like and don't like. And our console community will also be excited to hear that we now import PS4 progress, or PS4 player progress, into the PS5 version of the game. So that's really good. And that means all your progress will be merged and nothing will be overwritten as you transfer over to PS5. So that's really, really good. The best way you can do this is load your PS4 save onto the PS Plus cloud and then download your saves from the cloud to the PS5 to launch the game. So once the main menu, you should be able to prompt to import those saves. So pretty cool. So now you can transfer your saves from PS4 to PS5. So that allows you obviously get the better performance, and you're able to get all the new different themes as well, because most of the different themes are restricted to new gen consoles, but still really cool regardless. And yeah, really, really nice. I do like a lot of these updates. We also hope that you've enjoyed this, of course. We hope you've enjoyed this highlight, and we'll see a lot more patch notes as well as bug fixes coming on the 30th of March. And you obviously keep your eyes peeled for other things such as updates, things like that. And especially on the Feathered Species pack, which I've fallen in love with. But yeah, really, really awesome. I have to say, this is definitely one of the better updates. This is like one of the best updates. Like I just think back to Jurassic World Evolution 1, where sleeping and alpha status was updates. That was an update. People forget how bad that game was when it first came out. But now we're setting some really, really beautiful things like these log and dome. This is something everyone's been asking for since the first game. They're really starting to give us what we really want. And it's actually coming out really nicely. And I'm really excited to see what else they'll give us, because even in my video there's things that I've put in there that are now part of the game. My speculation video, we've got now these were mentioned in there as well. We'll think of what else, some updates to lagoons as well. So yeah, doing really well. I'm really, really happy with how this game's been progressing so far. And a few more updates, I think it has the potential to be pretty much the definitive game, even beating out JPOG, because I know everyone likes to rant and rave about how great JPOG is, but this Jurassic World Evolution, I think, really does have the potential to pretty much just give us everything Jurassic Park and have us satiated for a few years at least with JPOG or Jurassic Park content, especially since the franchise is kind of taking a little break. But yeah, really, really awesome. So I think this would be a great place to end the video. So I really, really, really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Hope you guys like and subscribe. Always remember to hit the little bell icon to get notified about anything. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, hope you guys like and subscribe, and bye-bye.